Hello guys, thank you for being here with me. I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star, and I'm so glad you're here with me on this beautiful Tuesday. It's the first day of July 2025. I have a YouTube channel. If you're not listening to this on it, it is called It's the Dazzling of the Light, or just type in at Sudarshana Starshine Star. I have well over 200 clips there now. I think it's getting close to 240 on a variety of topics, pretty hot and juicy and good stuff, if I do say so myself. So why not join it? It's free. Come on. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, heart it, thumbs up it, all that good stuff. And why not leave a comment? I'm interested in you and what you have to say. Thank you so much. I begin all of my clips with the 3 opening prayers, which are in Sanskrit and Telugu, and they are short. It's the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. And I do this to bless, uplift, protect, and purify you, me, and this clip. And I just want to emphasize this is not about any religion whatsoever. Yes, this is coming from ancient Vedic knowledge. I am a spiritual teacher and a soul healer. I have a PhD in spirituality, and these prayers that you're going to hear, you're very fortunate. They're very short but powerful because these are some of the bijaksharas or bijas, as they're called, seed words that Mother Divine used and uses to create all universes. It's very, very powerful. It's about spirituality, and everything is spirit in matter. So it is not about religion. You can listen to this no matter what your faith is. So let's go. Om, 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 Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmahi Sri Guruve Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chatopujam Prasanavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. Om Bhur Bhuva Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhaku Devasya Demahi Diyo Yonaha Prachotayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Wonderful. Well, I have this clip today that I want to say, I think I'm going to call it DOJ begins mass arrests plus Pam Bondi warns. And if you don't know, it's good to know that Pam Bondi is the Attorney General of the United States. So let's see, this is from, I have so many things I wanted to post, but I've been very busy and I haven't been posting since the kind of the news blitz last week. There's so much going on. But I wanted to be sure that you guys had access to this just in case you didn't know. So here we go. The subtitle is from yesterday. It was the DOJ, the Department of Justice, an official announcement from them announcing the largest coordinated healthcare fraud effort. So here we go. Good morning, everyone. My name is Matthew Gagliotti, and I'm the head of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. Thank you all for joining us today as we announce the largest coordinated healthcare fraud takedown in the history of the Department of Justice. Today marks a decisive moment in our fight to protect American taxpayers from fraudsters and to defend the integrity of America's healthcare system. We are announcing today charges against 324 defendants for their alleged participation in healthcare fraud schemes involving approximately $14.6 billion in false claims submitted to Medicare, Medicaid, and other healthcare programs. And then I made a little note here that these 324 defendants includes 96 doctors, nurse practitioners, pharmacists, and other licensed medical professionals in 50 federal districts and 12 state attorney general's offices across the U.S. So what I just want to say is this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. One more time. This is only the beginning. There's a lot more to come. Now I'm going to move on to this other part of this clip I want to do, which is kind of subtitled, Pam Bondi has a warning for the creator of ICE tracking app. Now this is from like about 16 hours ago, I think, maybe 17 now, from Sean Hannity on Fox. Okay. He's saying, on the heels of the huge Supreme Court ruling on Friday, the DOJ now continues to implement President Trump's immigration agenda. Earlier today, the department filed a lawsuit against sanctuary city policies in Los Angeles, following the recent lawlessness and the riots that have plagued that city. Last week, the DOJ filed a complaint against Minnesota, challenging laws providing in-state tuition benefits to illegal immigrants. Still, Democrats are going out of their way to resist everything that President Trump does. One software developer has now created an app to warn people when ICE agents are nearby. And this morning, fake news CNN appeared to promote the app. How nice of them. CNN, then Sean says, take a listen. And he actually said, take a look, but I'm saying take a listen since this is audio only. Now then he showed a little video from CNN, and they had across their banner, it said, new crowdsourcing app flags ICE sightings. And this is CNN speaking. Joshua Aaron, who is the longtime tech worker who developed this platform, he said he really wants to be an early warning system for people about the location of immigration customs enforcement officers. Though he says he does not want people interfering with those officers' activities, but he does want people to be able to avoid them altogether. You open the app, it looks like a map, and users can tap the app to report an item sighting in their area, and then everybody who uses the platform within 5 miles of that sighting will get a push alert. This is a free iPhone app. It is anonymous. Aaron says he doesn't collect any user data, and I'm saying, oh, sure, right. And then Sean Handy on Fox, back to him, he says, and meanwhile, President Trump is set to visit the grand opening of what is now being dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. This is the detention center in the Everglades for illegal immigrants, and the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, is here with us for more. Madam Attorney General, great to have you as always. And Pam says, thanks, Sean. Sean, let's start with these lawsuits, one against Los Angeles and last week in Minnesota. Pam, yeah, Sean, you know, in Los Angeles, what LA was doing, and we also sued Karen Bass, the mayor, directly. What they were doing is they were prioritizing illegal aliens over American citizens, and you cannot do that. These sanctuary policies are the root of the cause of violence, crime in our country, in LA. We saw it with the riots. We had to send out DEA, FBI, ATF, our U.S. Marshals, jeopardize their safety to help enforce the laws of Los Angeles. We are not going to protect illegal aliens over Americans. No longer. It's stopped. We have sued New York, Illinois, Colorado, New Jersey, and now we've sued Los Angeles. And we will continue to sue you if you do not follow the laws of our country. Sean, well, Mamdani just made that pledge about not helping or following the law. We do have the Supremacy Clause in the Constitution. Pam, that's right. Sean, we do have jurisdiction, is my understanding, but isn't that the same for every sanctuary city or state? Pam, yeah. And what Mamdani is saying in New York is utterly ridiculous. It's making mainstream anti-Semitism. Sean, this guy is out of control. What he's been doing, what he's been saying, he wanted to defund the police, do away with the NYPD. It's so frightening. And the things about anti-Semitism should scare us all, given what happened with the Holocaust Museum, given what happened in Boulder, Colorado. And we just lost that victim, as you know, the 82-year-old victim who was fired, B-O-M-B-E-D. Given what happened in the UK with that concert, saying all these anti-Semitic things, someone like that is very dangerous, not only for New York, but for our entire country. So we're going to keep fighting for the citizens of these cities. If these mayors and these candidates for mayors won't do it, Donald Trump will, including Tim Walz, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota. Sean, let's talk about, the administration racked up a series of very powerful decisions last week, including the nationwide injunction. Let's go through the importance of those decisions and how it impacts the administration. Pam, well, it impacts everything President Trump has done. His agenda, everything he's trying to enact under the powers of the executive branch. It blocked our tariffs. It affected our military readiness. It affected immigration. It affected our foreign affairs. It affected us eliminating fraud throughout the government. No longer. They were allowing district court judges to serve as emperors, basically, for the entire country. We've had 285 lawsuits against us. Of the 40 injunctions that have been issued against President Trump's administration, 35 of them were in 5 districts: Maryland, DC, Massachusetts, Colorado, and Washington State. Not shocking to you, I'm sure, Sean, but no longer. It violated the separation of powers on which our nation's government was founded. And they cannot seize power from the executive branch any longer. President Trump now can enact his agenda. It was a huge win. We've had so many big wins recently for President Trump because the American people elected him by an overwhelming majority and the Electoral College. And that's so important because his message when he ran was crystal clear. And that's what he's able to enact now based on this great ruling with the 6-3 opinion authored by Justice Barrett at the Supreme Court. We also won TRANS gender books, that parents have the right to choose whether their children have to read TRANS gender books. I've seen some of these things. They are disgusting. No one would want to read these, especially a child in school. And now the Supreme Court confirmed that parents do have rights. That also came out last Friday. And as I've mentioned before, we also sued last week Governor Walz in Minnesota for tuition for illegal aliens. You can't do that. Once again, these governors, these states are prioritizing illegal aliens over our students. They're treating our students like second-class citizens. And the Trump administration is not going to put up with it. It ends, and it ends now. Sean, you know, we've had Tom Holman, that's the Borders are, many times on the program, and he's talked about a dramatic increase in violence against ICE agents, over 450%. I mean, really scary numbers. If you have or put out an application or a warning system that ICE agents are going in the area, are you guilty of obstruction? Are you guilty of aiding and abetting in that case? And by the way, if you're a sanctuary state, does that status aid and abet, just the very status of it? Pam, yeah, and that's what he's doing. And people obviously, our ICE agents all over, our ICE agents, all our federal agents who are working hand in hand on these task forces, our federal agents from the Justice Department could be injured. He's giving a message to the criminals where our federal officers are, and he cannot do that. And we are looking at it. We are looking at him, and he'd better watch out because that's not a protected speech. That's threatening the lives of our law enforcement officers throughout this country. And shame on CNN. I just saw that for the first time when you showed it. They're promoting that app. Shame on them for doing that. That could hurt our law enforcement officers who are out there protecting them, protecting all of us every single day. Sean, you know, the only reason we drew any attention to it was because you were on the program. And I wanted to make sure that you did see it because nobody watches CNN, to be very honest. And it's important. But these things do get out there in the ether and people do know about them. There's a lot of chatter on social media. And I want people to know that if they're involved in this, they are putting police officers' lives in jeopardy. Or if they dox the homes of ICE officers, that scares me too. What happens to them? Pam, that's right. You cannot dox. We're finding you. People don't think that we can find you. We are finding you. We've made that abundantly evident by cases that we're making. No longer will crime be rampant in our country, and we will protect the great men and women in law enforcement. I feel like, Sean, what has happened to this country where our police officers are out there every day? There's no ordinary day in the life of a police officer. They're out there protecting all of us every day. They're protecting CNN. They're protecting everyone. Yet these people are so against law enforcement officers, whether you're a candidate for mayor in New York City or some network promoting an app. Sean, you're warning people about that app, not to use it, and thank you for that. Sean, defund, dismantle, no bail, let the criminals go free and fire the cops and hire social workers. That's the platform of the Dem Party. Attorney General Pam Bondi, thank you. Great job. And also great job getting these known terrorists that are in the country as well. And that was the end of that. And I honestly am just so happy to see these great wins that President Trump had, because it's not for President Trump, it's for we, the people of America. And we did overwhelmingly vote for this. So it's the minority. And it's sad to say it, but a very disturbed minority. I know, because I live in a blue state area, and I've had these experiences over and over and over and over again, and it's quite insane. But I'm happy to know that it's getting cleaned up. So thank you so much for listening. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I have so many more things to put out. I'm kind of behind in putting out things. Like I said, I've kind of got a backlog because there's so much going on in the world. I want to address in my next clip, I'm going to put out something about China, and also I want to touch on the Canadian situation. There's so many things going on in the world. And also, yes, something about Iran. So look forward to that. I'm going to do my best to get those out pretty fast. And I have so much juiciness still on my continuing series that was titled Virginia Giuffre's Dead Man Switch Activating. I put out many parts of that series, and I'm not through with that. I've got a lot to say, but that I kind of put on the back burner because that stuff, all that stuff was really kind of secondary to what was just happening in quick succession in this last, week and a half. All right, I end all of my clips with a closing prayer in Sanskrit and Telugu, and what I'm saying is, God bless all beings in all worlds. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yes, peace, peace, peace. What we're all looking forward to. Oh, so glorious. Peace, peace, peace. God bless you and yours. I'm sending much love and big hugs to you and yours. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye for now.